may it please the tribunal. In 1938, Hitler spoke in the Reichstag, and I quote his words, "National Socialism has given the German people that leadership which, as a party, not only mobilizes the nation, but also organizes it. National Socialism possesses Germany entirely and completely. There is no institution in this state which is not National Socialist." We know now the kind of leadership that National Socialism did give the German people. We know how and for what purposes the Nazi Party mobilized and organized the German nation for world dominion at the cost of war and murder. The entire and complete possession of Germany by National Socialism meant the possession of the people, body and soul, by the organizations of the National Socialist Party and government. For what purpose were the Nazis seeking this possession of the people? Their aims were to have a controlled but fanatical police state geared for military aggression. If one imagines an ersatz tribunal on the 28th of February, he emphasized that it was not our purpose to convict the whole German people of crime. I say again that we do not seek to convict the people of Germany. Our purpose now is to protect them and to give them opportunity to rehabilitate themselves in the esteem and friendship of the world. But how can this be done if we leave amongst them, unpunished and uncondemned, these elements of Nazism which were most responsible for the Nazi tyranny and crime, and which, as this tribunal may well believe, are beyond conversion to the ways of freedom and righteousness? Nor is it only the German people that we seek to protect. All Europe needs protection. Consider the position of Europe today. Among the Germans who were Hitler's, there are many thousands of men and women who with their own hands have done murder. Murder, not perhaps of a single person, but of many. Hundreds of thousands, nay millions more, became disciples of their Führer's creed of hate and cruelty. Amongst them are those whose profession and training was to command and lead, militarily and politically, men who are still as fanatical and ruthless in their lust for power as at any time during the last 25 years. It was the duty when the work of drafting, issuing and carrying out the Nachtung naval decree, the Kommando order, the Commissar order, Hitler's order to murder our 50 Air Force officers, meant the defiling of every idea, which is that one of the greatest difficulties, and not the least of the dangers of this trial, is that those of us who have been engaged day in and day out for over 9 months have reached the saturation point of horror. Shakespeare attempted to picture that saturation point in the memorable lines, "Blood and destruction shall be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants watered with the hands of war. All pity choked through custom of fell deeds." It is only when we stand a little apart from what has been our daily companion for 40 weeks that we realize that the domestic fury and fierce civil strife, the results of which Mark Antony was prophesying, are an inconsiderable bagatelle beside the facts that we have had to consider. It is not merely the quantity of horrors. Although these organizations have been the instruments of death for 22 million people, it is the quality of cruelty which produced the gas chambers of Auschwitz or the routine shooting of Jewish children throughout a continent claiming to be civilized. There is not one of these organizations which is not directly connected with the sorry trade of murder in a brutal form. Who can doubt the Reich Cabinet knew of the euthanasia used to conserve the physical resources of Germany for war? It is beyond question that the High Command and General Staff passed on these orders of which you have heard so much, and which are all reduced in the end to plain murder. The leadership corps shared in killing Jews and ruining the bodies. When such qualities have been given the chance to flourish in the ground that you have cleared, a great step will have been taken. It will be a step towards the universal recognition that sights and sounds, all happy as a day, and laughter learnt of friends, and gentleness and hearts at peace are not the prerogative of any one nation. They are the inalienable heritage of mankind.
The tribunal will adjourn.